guys! Good evening! Sana nahimasmasan na lahat. Wait. Wait lang. Wait lang guys. Hi guys! Hello! Wait lang, aayusin ko lang to. Okay. Good evening everyone! Hello and welcome to day 22. Sana medyo nahimasmasan na. Medyo marami tayong pag-uusapan. Hindi. Alam ko, sabi nyo, it will get you a year para makaget over dito. Hindi. Tutulungan ko kayong mag-move on. First of all, thank you so much for attending. Alam ko medyo magulo ngayon because we're shifting from one platform to another. For those of you na hindi masyadong nakakaalam, I got a copyright strike from YouTube. So, hindi ako allowed mag-live sa YouTube. But, nag-open na ako ng TikTok account ko. But it would still take like about a week para ma-allow ako na makapag-live sa TikTok. Medyo mahirap kasi yung ganitong setup, guys. Yung ganitong setup, hindi ko ganun kagamay, hindi ganun kabilis yung kamay ko para basahin lahat ng mga messages ninyo. So, I'm going to try my best and, I don't know, use another phone so I can read all of your hanash. And then, of course, I'm so sorry because I'm also aware na although open kami dito sa Titas of Pageantry, marami yata sa inyo ang hindi rin makafollow kasi yung iba yata sa inyo na block. So, pasensya na kayo, but don't worry because I will be uploading this. To YouTube as well. So, 800 tayo ngayon na nandito. I just want to say a few things muna before I start reading your comments. Ayan. So, okay, wait lang ha. Okay. So, first of all, I want to congratulate the winners. Today was Miss Universe, and to a lot of pageant fans, of course, this is the Olympics. And I know na marami sa inyo masama ang loob. I was initially thinking of just staying at home and not really, or staying here and not really, making babad on social media dahil medyo nakakapagod din naman na nasistress ako, nakikita ko ang dami nagme-message sa amin. So, sabihin ko na lahat ng mga observations ko dahil medyo nahimasmasan na rin ako. Una sa lahat, to the 919 who are here, thank you so much. This is like day 22 na sa atin. So, may isang araw na lang tayo to talk about this. So, ang take ko on this is that it's very rare for me to say things na diretsahan na ganun kabigat. Like usually, if I give out an opinion or an observation, it's the truth, but it's always delivered in, I don't know if you notice, but in a softer blow. Kumbaga, hindi ako ganun kagarapal when I say my opinions, but dito sa opinion ko na to, this is my first time going out and being very public about this, but I have made peace with Atisa's placement only because na politika tayo, guys. I think alam natin to. I think alam natin na if Atisa ends up delivering a stellar performance, which she did, it will not be because, they're trying to punish the Philippines kasi nakapanalo ang Pilipinas ulit. It will most likely be because napolitika tayo sa loob. So, just for this, guys, 1,110 kayo na nanonood ngayon. Sana, medyo mas gumaan-gaan yung loob nyo in realizing na wala sa atin ang problema. Wala sa fan base, wala sa footwork ni Atisa, wala sa ginawa niya or hindi niya ginawa. Lahat ng yon umakma, lahat ng yon na hinain natin sa Miss Universe ay naaayon para sa requirements ng Miss Universe. Last minute, pagkakaalam ko, last minute they pushed for that the crown for change something. Last minute, nag-push sila na itong mga girls na to, na, they were just thinking about their hair, their makeup, yung mga glitzy na mga paandar nila. But during the last few days, doon sila nag-push na kailangan magpa-advocacy kayo. So, doon pa lang, nakakaramdam na ako ng level ng hypocrisy ng Miss Universe. Of course, I still watch Miss Universe. Of course, I will probably still do this for at least a couple of years. But as much as I love Miss Universe and as much as you guys love Miss Universe, I think we can now say that Miss Universe has really gone over to the dark side. Hindi mo na alam kung anong pinaglalaban ng Miss Universe. I heard from a little birdie. And this is a little birdie who is not part of a member of the media na mga amiga ko. This is a little birdie from the inside. This was the same little birdie that I told you about, who told me about Louis Heredia's participation as a judge for the preliminaries. So, nandun siya sa loob. He was telling me a few things. Again, I don't know if you want to believe this or not, but he was telling me a few things. First was that Raul is super aware of the backlash, but because he's getting such a big deal, like a really big deal out of doing this thing and rearranging things, he really does not care. He will not care kahit nalagutan tayo ng hininga dito, kakaprotesta, because mas malaki ang balik sa kanya. So that's one. Again, I don't know if you will believe it. It's up to you. Number two, I heard from a little birdie that Nawat is so frustrated na gusto niyang i-reveal yung scores sa susunod na MGI edition. So I suppose he's frustrated because may mga NDA sila. Palagay ko hindi sila masyado makapagsalita. And then number three, Nawat is further frustrated because Nawat is a pageant guy. So, kung nagtatantrum si Nawat, it's because he wants his pageants to be glossy. He wants his pageants to wow. And he was frustrated apparently because even if ganyan si Nawat, Nawat is always for the girls, for the excellence of the girls. So, nasad siya kasi alam niya yung trabaho ng iba sa mga girls na to. So, naintindihan niya yung work put in. And the fact na kinall out niya tong si Mexico, because if you remember, Miss Mexico was one of the girls who did not promote the venue, who did not promote the sponsor. So, dun yung hugot ni Nawat. For those people who are saying na maybe moro-moro lang to ni Nawat at saka ni Raul, that could be the case because, tinan natin ang ending si Thailand at saka si Mexico, dalawa sa pinaka-controversial na candidates this edition, ang nilaban nila doon. Kung tama ang Miss Universe, kung nasa hustong pag-iisip ang Miss Universe, because even the judges, they were exiting, they were saying a lot of things on social media. Natalie Glebova pointed out na wala silang wala silang accounting firm doon. Even Michael Cinco, humahanash na din. You have the likes, there's a video of Louis Heredia. There's a video of Louis Heredia somewhere, and it seems na it's a video of him being super shocked sa nangyari, because I think that even the judging panel, they all picked Thailand. And they did not know where they got Mexico. Apparently, na even si Andeng Mesa, na questionable din naman ang pagkamanalo noong 2020, pero sige, give na natin, dahil ang ganda-ganda niya naman. She did not stand up. She seemed like she didn't want to be part of it. And even Natalie Glebova, na palagi natin sinasabi na nagpapapampam ng husto doon, nagsabi na rin na ayaw na rin niya. Now, kung diretso at tuwid na daan ang Miss Universe, at kung pwede ko siyang irigo doon, if a fourth runner-up ko si Mexico. Kasi sa totoo lang, tanungin nyo kami lahat ng mga analysts, mga vloggers, lahat ng mga na-interview sa TV, sa blog, sa socials. Alam ko marami sa amin ng gumawa ng hot picks. Marami sa amin ang napilitan maglabas ng listahan namin. Marami sa amin ang palagi niyong tinatanong, sinong top 5 niyo. Guys, umiikot lang ang top 5 kay Latina, kay Cote d'Ivoire, kay Atisa, kay Venezuela, kay Venezuela. Sino pa ba? Thailand. Tapos ang mga substitutes mo dyan, that could be Colombia. Wala dito sa naisipan natin na substitute na pwedeng makapasok si Mexico. Pinapapasok si Mexico para sobrang question mark sa atin. Pero doon sa top 5 na yun, si Mexico talaga yung odd woman out. Kasi kahit na magpasok tayo ng ibang girls dito sa top 5 na to, never talaga natin maiisipan na ipapasok si Mexico. Maisipan pa natin na ipasok si Chile. Naisipan pa sana natin na ipasok pa nila si China kung talagang gusto nila manggulo. Actually, maisipan pa natin ipasok si Puerto Rico only because Puerto Rico has been acing the rounds, and then nagtuloy-tuloy din si Puerto Rico hanggang final. So, naisip natin at least a few substitutions for these girls. Hindi natin akalain na ipapasok talaga nila yung Mexico. Now, for me, there have been years na sobrang questionable. When this happened with Pia and Colombia, sobrang nagkaroon ng parting ng Red Sea. May mga kaaway tayo kaagad. But that was to be expected kasi syempre they were slighted. This one, I think even yung mga kalahi niyang Latina, sobrang hindi rin nila na-gets. Guys, wala naman talagang problema manalo ang Mexico eh. As in, wala. I mean, kung nanalo nga ang Mexico, mas lalo nga siguro tayong nabibigyan ng kumpiyansa dyan because it means na, we can do away with saying, hindi na siguro tayo mananalo ngayon kasi kakapanalo lang natin. So, that's gonna be bull. That's not gonna apply anymore. Apparently, lahat para din talaga tayo may equal chances of winning kahit na every year national costume winner tayo. Ang problema kasi, nagpanalo sila ng hindi consistent. I wouldn't say deserving because when I say deserving, it's subjective. Like other people can say, deserving yan kasi nga she stood up for herself. But what I'm just saying is, nagpanalo kayo ng someone na hindi ganun ka-convincing. Now, baka naman mabuti ang kalooban niya, baka naman mabait siya na tao, baka naman talagang hardworking siya. I totally get these things. Lahat naman halos ng mga girls na yan nagtatry naman talaga yan na, to put their best foot forward, to manage their emotions, manage their ugali, dahil mga 3 weeks silang magkakasama dyan. So, lahat naman yan mababait, lahat naman yan, kung tutuusin mo, magalang naman, lahat naman yan. Siyempre, may iba, may konting topak, may konting ganito, may ganyan. Pero lahat naman yan sila okay. It's just that, kung follower ka ng pageantry at alam mo yung requirements na hinahanap sa pageantry, makikita mo na hindi talaga siya pang-akyat. Kumbaga, alam mo na isa siya sa mga malalakas, makakapasok siya sa first cut. Hindi man maganda pakinggan, pero Mexico kasi, yung katauhan kasi ni Mexico sa pageant, etong edition na to, hindi ko siya nakitaan ng winner kasi mas nakitaan ko siya na filler candidate. Masakit pakinggan, pero yun talaga yung, kumbaga kung tatanungin ako, tita, sinong top 10, sinong top 30, yun talaga isisingit ko pa siya para lang masingit. But I wouldn't say that she was exceptional to the point of being a shoe-in for the top 5 because wala talaga siyang events that mattered na talagang nag-perform ng husto that got us talking. The only time na talagang ginulo niya at talaga namang all eyes was on her was when she had this exchange with Nawat. She walked out and then she saw like a bunch of vloggers out there waiting, and then she went straight towards the vloggers and got into like this whole narrative that the whole world needs to see this. And so I would also check out the other pages, especially news and entertainment outlets. So you have the likes of People, you have the likes of Entertainment, you have the likes of E-News. I think one of these days it will be picked up by TMZ. So I went into checking other articles that are not necessarily pageant related. And yeah, they were celebratory about this win because they don't know the backstory, they don't understand. Because for them, this is a woman who could be a role model because she stood up for herself when the Thai misogynist, suddenly called her out and humiliated her in public. So pinabayaan ko na lang, of course, yung mga ganong narrative kasi paano mo naman babanggain yung ganong narrative. Ang pagkakamali lang talaga ni Nawat is nagka-outburst siya doon pa sa taong yon. But yeah, now that I'm thinking about it, probably one of the reasons kung ba't sila nagkaayos is because yan na yung bargain, yan na yung usapan nila. So do I think Nawat is totally in the dark? Probably not. Probably he also had a hand in this. Probably this is something that he had to agree to because wala na rin siyang choice. Maybe his hands are tied. Maybe, I don't know. I'm just saying that today was a rude awakening for a lot of the pageant fans in realizing that Miss Universe has really gone down to the level of Miss Grand. I never really thought I'd say, the words cooking show at Miss Universe because every time may nananalo sa Miss Universe na parang hindi natin masyadong feel, umi-effort talaga ako na damahin yung tao at tingnan ko muna ano yung magagandang merits ng taong yun. But this time around, I really feel that from day one up until ending, diretsuhin na natin, I really feel that this edition was rigged. I know that they had a press conference earlier and then they asked several members of the press. And then there was this lady who really called them out. And it took a while for Raul to say something. Like, parang hindi nila na-practice ano yung posibleng explanation nila in case hindi nila makontrol yung mga taong magtatanong sa kanila if it is rigged. Now, I've been a pageant analyst for quite some time. I've been quite polite with my observations and partida nga, sabi ko sa inyo, nag-iingat pa ako. Ako pa na cyber live pero nag-iingat pa ako sa mga sinasabi ko. So, paano pa yung mga garapalang sinasabi? Itong edition na to, this was just because we really love Thailand. Aminin natin. Gustong-gusto talaga natin na may involvement ng Thailand. Gustong-gusto natin yung idea na doon magkaka-pageant because there's culture, masaya, madaling puntahan, madaling makover ng mga tao natin doon. Alam natin yung kakayanan sa Thailand. Pero this was such a letdown because even Thailand, hindi natin naramdaman. Like, we were not taken on an armchair to travel around Thailand. And I think that was a missed opportunity. So, nakakakita tayo ng maliliit na cracks hanggang naging full-blown na siya. Ito yung Honestly, plot twist na hindi ko in-expect. Nag-expect ako na itatry nilang ipasok si Mexico. Hindi ko lang na-expect na ganito sila kagarapal para i-disregard lahat ng taas ng kilay ng mga tao dahil talagang sila, blatant talaga yung paglatag nila para maka-wiggle in si Mexico. Sana lumaban si Mexico na hindi lang puti ang puhunan. Sana lumaban siya kahit hanggang katawan levels man lang. Sana yung katawan parang batak na batak man lang sana. Sana yung pasarela batak na batak. I really cannot get past the Q&A performance because naghahanap ako ng anything that's redeeming sa buong competition na yun. People would say, tita, baka naman sa competition na yan, graduation na yan. But even so, even with the pre-pageant activities, wala rin akong nakuhang redeeming factors kay Mexico. Nakaangat-angat. Apart from the fact na nag-participate siya. Like, she was supposed to go, right? She was supposed to walk out. But then again, yes, I think na those na parang mas may sama ng loob would be the people from Cote d'Ivoire and of course the people from Thailand. I think na the mere fact na pinaakyat nyo si Vina hanggang first runner-up, sobrang sampal sa kanila yun. Kung hindi nyo naman pala ipapanalo si Vina, sana binaba nyo na lang siyang second runner-up o third runner-up. Wala daw tabulators, wala daw, gusto sana, okay, so yun narinig ko dun sa tao na nag-mention sa akin, gusto daw sana ilabas ni Nawat yung scorecard, siguro next year na, pag nag-drop na yung NDA. The problem is, walang scorecard. Wala daw talaga. And then may mga dumarating talaga na reports tsaka yung mga nababasa-basa nyo na kinausap sila. Kumbaga alam nila na si Mexico talaga yung gustong papasukin. So hindi na rin ako magtataka kaya ganyan yung mga bigatin na judges na nag-resign. May mga konti ako nababasa-basa dito saying na ang sakit. Masakit kasi ang Atisa and yung team niya, hindi naman siguro nila naisip na ganito kadumi yung laban na aabutin nila doon. Ang preparado siguro sila na masaktan is yung mapagsalitaan natin ng mabigat kasi hindi natin gusto yung styling, yung direction. Siguro yun yung napaghandaan nila. Hindi nila napaghandaan na kahit na anong ayos ng pakikisama nila, kahit na anong ayos ng ugali ni Atisa, kahit na anong on time niya at anong ayos ng damit niya, ng presentation niya, ng ganda niya para sa branding, yung pag-a-apply niya ng trabaho doon sa Miss Universe. Hindi siya nakuha not because hindi siya preferred, hindi siya nakuha not because hindi nila gusto si Atisa, hindi nakuha si Atisa not because sinasalbahe nila si Atisa. The only reason why Atisa did not win this edition was because there is seemingly an arrangement, a financial and a business arrangement with the eventual winner. So, yun lang yun guys. Kung talagang medyo pagagaanin nyo yung loob ninyo, sayang itong opportunity na to, but it had nothing to do with Atisa's fan base, it had nothing to do with Atisa's team, her organization, it had nothing to do with Atisa at all. It has everything to do with whatever arrangements they did there na hindi na tayo kasama. So, if I were to feel bad, hindi ganun kasama ang loob ko sa nangyari kay Atisa because I know na kung ano man ang placement ni Atisa, this is something na panghahawakan niya because, she poured her all in this. Pumayat siya ng husto. If you go back to her interviews a few months ago na nagrereklamo tayo, napakalaki ng change na makikita mo kay Atisa ngayon. Pagdating pa lang sa physical, pagdating sa, the way she carries herself. So, ang hugot ko lang ngayon is, yun naman pala, pwede naman pala tayong humiling ng corona pa kahit nagsusunod-sunod pa yan. Wala naman pala talagang nagmamatter. Like, we were being very modest before in saying, oh, we would just like Atisa to participate. We just want her to have fun. But yeah, looking at what happened earlier, ibababa ko at least si Mexico ng 4th runner-up kahit na wala na siya sa top 5 sa totoo lang. Ibababa ko si Venezuela sa 3rd runner-up. Isi-2nd runner-up ko si Vina. Ang dalawa ko talaga na pwedeng mag-interchange either winner or 1st runner-up, Cote d'Ivoire talaga at saka si Atisa. Cote d'Ivoire could have won this all the way. I would have been super happy kung nag-first runner-up si Atisa or second runner-up kung gusto talaga nilang ipasok si Vina. But in a perfect world, if Atisa ended up winning, okay lang sa akin kung ma-first runner-up si Cote d'Ivoire. Kasi yun talaga yung sa tingin mo, tuwid ng daan. So there. Anong masasabi ko ngayon? Well, palagay ko at least makakatulog tayo ng mahimbing kasi at least tayo pumusta, may balik naman sa atin, pero at least si Atisa natin makakatulog ng maayos. Yung grupo ng Mexico, palagi nilang iisipin yan at habang buhay nilang daladala yan, na itong institusyon na mahigit 70-year-old, ginulo nila ng husto para sa sarili nilang benefit. So, I don't think magre-resign yung Mexico na yan. Magre-resign yan si Mexico kung sobra talagang bigat ng nararamdaman niya, pero I don't think. Again, I heard from a little birdie, Raul will not care. Will not care at all. In fact, I've also been seeing quite a number of comments saying, you know, cry ka na lang sa corner. And it is what it is. Kahit na humanash tayo ng humanash, you really have to toughen up because cry ka na lang talaga sa corner dyan. Yun talaga yun. Okay. I think na-establish na natin na MGI 2.0 ang Miss Universe. In fact, mukhang mas malala pa. Anong mangyayari sa Puerto Rico next year? Palagay ko, susupport pa rin tayo pero hindi na ganito ka init, hindi na ganito. Siguro babalik tayo doon sa klase ng support katulad ng level nung kay Chelsea noong 2024. Ayan. Okay, I'm going to start reading na your comments. Again, maraming salamat sa inyo. Biruin mo, humanash lang ako dito. 1,900 na kayo na nakasilip dito. Okay. Marsolto, hindi pa sila nakakapag-upload sa lahat ng winners ng FB. Probably because ang daming report sa page nila. Okay lang yun. Gusto ko sana mapuruhan sila at magtrabaho muna sila ngayon. Feeling ko dun lang naman tayo makakabawi-bawi ng slide. Ayan. Okay, wait lang ha. Makikibasa ako. Okay. May paabot ng ano? Coke. Okay. I am Jade07. Hi, tita. Nakaka-crook in-amers talaga. Ang tsaka nang nangyari, fake winner si Miss Universe. Kaya siguro gano'n na lang kaingay si Omar, what's his name? Kaya siguro hindi pa nakakapirma ng NDA yun, kaya nahanash. Sabi ni Chelsea, luto. Naniniwala ako na talagang nagluto talaga sila ngayon. Rafi, tita, aside from top 5 and 6 finishes nila, Bea at Maxine, ngayon lang ulit tayo nakakuha ng runner-up finish, no? Last pa pala nung time ni Ariela.
Kung sasabog yan.
Babe, wala ba dyan?
Ito, mamaya.
Mamaya na lang, oo.
Mas mga putan. Naging sa pag-isan eh.
Ano ilagay mo? Dun sa sink. Ay, sorry guys, wait. Okay. Tita, are you also aware that Mexico's win in her nation was also controversial and she was also accused of buying the crown? I was not aware of this, but now na lumalabas tong mga news na to and there's even there are even photos. I don't know if it's AI edited, but there seems to be like photos na yes, ma-upload to sa YT pala. So there are even photos na magkasama sila ni Raul. I don't know how true these photos are. I feel like they're edited. But if they're not edited, just curse! Mahiya tayo. Si Miss Olivia Kido, actually may pinost siya kanina, tapos bigla niyang binura. Pero may isang mabilis na nakapag-screenshot. Tapos yung post niya was like questioning what happened. So I think they're on the same page actually. By the way, guys, first of all, I want to thank you. I put my details in there only because I am unable to monetize this because I don't have the capacity to go on live. A lot of my live materials aren't monetized. So if you want to help me out with whatever gastos or like whatever, please check out my pinned message because my details are there. In fact, there's one who already sent me something. Maraming salamat. So medyo jeta tayo dahil wala nga akong kapasidad na to earn from this. So I am hoping and trying na sa TikTok, sana man lang medyo mas okay doon kapag okay na lahat. Ayan. Prinsipyo, wala na siguro. Simula nang naging, nawala na sila Paula dyan, nawala talaga yung, walang mga babaeng nagpapatakbo guys eh. Ang nagpapatakbo mga lalaki na parang may business, may business in mind. Like even yung finals kanina, kung nakita nyo, nagtatawanan tayo kasi parang nakatingin sa teleprompter si Raul, but instead of like, talking about Thailand, he was already talking about Puerto Rico. So, kung kaya nilang mambalahura sa isang Asian country na ang lakas, andyan lahat nakatutok ng husto, andyan yung mga Asians na kaya makipagbardagulan sa kanila. Alam mo, sa totoo lang, si Vina tsaka si Atisa, 2-woman team para iakyat ang Asia. Siyempre, nandyan si China, pero itong dalawang to, Vina and Atisa, sila talaga yung leader sa Asia para talaga ma-push at ma-recognize yung Asian talent this year. Sobrang na-outnumber tayo ng mga latiks this year. And hindi naman maganda pakinggan yan because, we're further fueling whatever division ang namumuo between the Latics and the Asians. But it is what it is, di ba? Kanina sobrang outnumbered tayo. So talagang kudos to Vina and Atisa talaga for lifting, di ba? For lifting everything. Tita, naiyak pa rin ako. Atisa, Diyos ko, may Shayla. Di natin sila bate. Dave Ockmer. Hindi talaga natin sila bate. Marami na yata nag-unfollow, marami talaga nag-e-express ng disappointment nila. Kasi, guys, alam naman natin kapag hindi natin bet pero deserving. Pero alam naman natin pag hindi natin bet, kasi hindi talaga siya deserving. Chaz. Baka naman deserving siya. Hindi natin bet kasi nga ang dumi-dumi, ang sikip-sikip. Diba? Tita, what happened to the voting of the many categories in MU app? Was there an awarding of those during the event? Did I miss it? Wala sila. Yun nga, parang of course nagamit na naman ng mga Pilipino eh. Syempre nasa Miss Universe spirit tayo eh. So of course, nag-akyat din tayo, nagbaba rin tayo ng pera. And then, we were very enthusiastic. This has been our most enthusiastic in recent years. So they have not made an announcement. There are rumors circulating that we won national costume, but halos hindi siya nabigyan ng hindi talaga siya nabigyan ng spotlight because kung ano-ano nangyari, di ba? Hi, Kevin Manuel. Tita, thank you sa palive na to. Parang nasa pag-stage na tayo ng morning. Then navigating for the last 21 days or so with you, your presence is our comfort. Gets ko naman. Thank you so much for thinking of me that way. Actually, nasa labas kami kanina ni Ron. We were trying to to fit whatever activities we can habang nasa labas because I rarely go out and I don't like going out really. But we are in this area and we wanted to check furniture. We want to do some DIY renovations by December or by next year. So we went out, we went furniture hunting. We took measurements, nagtingin-tingin kami, pero nagmamadali ako rin na makabalik din dito, na makapag-shower, makapag-makeup ng slight because nararamdaman ko na kailangan yun ng outlet, na kailangan natin mag-debrief. So, yun lang. Kung makakatulong sa inyo, guys, isipin nyo na lang na hindi tayo nagkulang. Walang nagkulang sa side natin. Whether it's the team or Atisa or the fans, wala doon. Ang nangyari lang talaga ay wala sa atin yung business arrangement. Yun lang yun. Sana kahit katawan na lang ni Mexico pang Viva Max. Oo nga eh. Yun yung sinasabi ko. Again, ang ano kasi ng mga tao ngayon eh. Sobra kasing, ang dali kasing ma-offend eh. Eh syempre hindi naman ako yung pinaka-sexing tao sa mundo. Aware naman ako na majubis ako. Kaso lang, kung si Mexico, sana pang Viva Max man lang yung katawan. Para man lang, di ba, lumaban ng gusto. Tsaka no, actually hindi. Okay na siya. Okay na yung pagkatao niya eh. Sana naman yung Q&A niya, hindi ganito. Sana hindi ganun yung Q&A. Ano ba yung Q&A na yun? Nakakaloka. Job JVR. Alam mo, mas crazy yung mga handles nyo dito sa Instagram kaysa sa YouTube. Anyway, Tita, what if collectively hindi magpadala ang mga powerhouse countries next year as a protest? Eh di masaya, marami nga mga nag-withdraw this year, diba? Eh kaso lang, guys, feeling ko naman makakalimot din naman tayo. Eh. Feeling ko mainit lang naman ang ulo natin ngayon, pero after a while, bibigyan naman din natin talaga ng cold shoulder yan. I mean, you know what? It is actually quite true. Lalo na sa mga comments na nababasa ko, stay pressed, keep crying, keep complaining. Because it's true. No matter how we cry or feel sad about this or feel slighted, they will never change the results. If this is a result that fits them, if this is the result that will benefit them, hindi magpapalit yan. Unfortunately, lulunukin natin yan ng 1 taon. So yes, Yurisen, just like in a relationship, meron tayong recognition that we are not the problem. Ivory Coast or Cote d'Ivoire is not the problem. Vina Provenor is not the problem. Nasa sa loob nila ang problema. Jonas Morante, kamusta ka dyan? Kaya pala nag-my day si Papa Nawat. I'm scared before dahil doon. Oh, now it makes sense. Now it makes sense because probably si Nawat ay nakatali ng husto dun sa mga gusto nilang gawin. At probably naiintindihan niya na maraming masasagasaan na wala siyang intention sagasaan sa taon na yun. Sad talaga, tita, for the other candidates na deserving on top 5. Ang selfish ni Raul, company niya yung nakikinabang, hindi yung MU org. Eh wala eh. Sabi ko naman sa inyo, nag-imbita kayo. Nag-imbita kayo ng demonyo dyan, demonyohin talaga kayo. 'Di ba? Nagpapasok kayo ng nagpasok kayo na magnanakaw, pag nanakawan talaga kayo, 'di ba? Yun yung nangyari sa Miss Universe eh. Pinasok nila tong mga taong to eh. Yan ay nangyari. Tita, ang ganda ng gown ni Atisa kanina, parang umuusok kanina. Naku, wow. I am also as early as now, I'm gathering information on details for the gown because I want to also make a review on the gowns. I want to make a detailed review. I think that Atisa's gown deserves like a full explanation. Actually, nag-post na ako sa Titas of Pageantry. I want to show you guys kasi sobrang excited din naman ako. One of the reasons kung ba't sobrang happy ako, and I think you guys heard it here, but you might read it elsewhere, you might hear it from someone else. Pero nung kanina papalive ako, ang unang pumasok talaga sa utak ko are 2 things. One was Hunter Schafer during the Prada event. I remember this because isa to sa mga gusto ko sanang ipasuot kay Atisa. This one is the Prada dress by Hunter Schafer. I was telling you about this fabric because Hunter Schafer wore this Prada dress. There's another version of this dress in blue. It's a little shorter. But this dress also caused like, super buzz. Kasi nga she wore a dress with this fabric. This is a fabric called Super Organza. It's a Japanese developed fabric. It's supposed to be one of the lightest in the world. That's why medyo mahal talaga tong fabric na to because you have to source it elsewhere. So ito yata yung na-mention, I think Michael Cinco or Val Taguba, that it has to be sourced elsewhere. And then another reference na naisip ko, and we talked about this because nung lumabas siya nung Emmys, a lot of you guys also sent me this photo, and a lot of us nag-push na sana mabulungan yung grupo nila Atisa, sana magets nila. So I also think na humugot din sila kay Lisa ng Blackpink. So this was from Lever Couture. I don't know if you remember this, but this is the pink ribbony dress that had like the same sheer detail. So yan. I'm not sure kung ito yung mga hinugot nila, but I'm thinking medyo humugot sila dito sa mga references na to. And lastly, na-mention ko kanina na natuwa ako because the lawit-lawit, the palikpik side is something na agree ako, is something na push ako. I don't care. I mean, usually I don't like the palikpiks, but this one really reminded me of Iris Van Herpen, and I think a lot of people have also picked it up. But this look in particular really is for me the inspo na talagang pinaghugutan nila. I don't know if they will confirm, but I don't know with you. Do you think this is the one na pinaghugutan nila? Ayan. So, these are the Iris Van Herpen looks. Ayan. Ayan. Yes, so I kind of geeked out. Yes, and I'm super happy also that it was still very pageant, and then she had the trappings. May mga nagtatanong, tita, anong mas gusto mo na dress? I actually like both. Yeah, I like both. Siguro medyo nag-cancel out lang si Atisa tsaka si Vina kasi very similar yung dress nila ng finals. So, let's just go back also to the prelims because I also love that gown. But I'm happy because Atisa was flawless simula nung isang gabi. Prelims pa lang, flawless na talaga siya. Faultless pagdating ngayon dito sa finals. So, na 1, 2, 3 tayo, na 1, 2, 3 si Cote d'Ivoire, mas lalong na 1, 2, 3 sila Vina. Ayan. Tita, do you think na mas okay paglugay yung hair ni Atisa? No! Alam ko may mga nag-e-edit ngayon. Personally, I prefer na nakataas yung buhok niya. It was a choice. It was a choice na kulot-kulutin nila. Okay lang naman. Wala naman akong problema. But I would have preferred etong nilabas nila na official photo niya na nakataas yung buhok niya kasi mas gusto ko yung linis ng buhok na yun. But again, I totally understand kasi syempre baka gusto nila ng mas Barbie na look. But this is it. Ito yung pinaka-perfect sa akin. I really would have wanted a hair up situation na nakataas ng ganyan. I would have wanted something cleaner sana. But again, that's just me being very nitpicky. Wala akong issue because, if we're just going to look at this, I think she looks absolutely radiant. So, for me, naku, care. Guwapa na day. Carry na day. Oh, guwapa na. So, carry na ako dyan. Elto kuya si Turks and Caicos or si Ecuador. Oo nga no. Si Ecuador kasi parang mas perceived na favorite sa akin. Si Turks and Caicos kasi more dark horse. So, I don't know with you guys. Pero oo nga no. Just Tweeto. Hi, tita. Oh, Amalaya here. Hi. I am still so bummed about last night. I still can't move. Too sad to work. Happy birthday, Mexico ang nangyari. Will miss this daily panata. Oo nga parang kasama na nga siya sa sistema ko diba? Parang I could have easily let this go kasi tapos na rin naman. Nandun na ako sa baba. Feeling ko medyo nasa vacation mode na ako. Sabi ko naman sa inyo, bumili na kami ni Ron ng mga 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 nose pack, mga pang mask for the face, ganun. Naglabas na kami ng mga pang skincare namin, ganun. Pero wala eh. Sabi ko, siguro kailangan yata natin mag-usap ngayon. May mga naisip na naman sana ako para mahimasmasan kayo eh. Pero I think mas mahihimasmasan kayo kung mas maiintindihan nyo na wala sa atin ang problema. Even yung kinakatakutan natin, yung gown ni Val Taguba, akala natin make or break. Hindi, wala talaga sa atin. Lahat sa atin nag-deliver tayo. I think we all did our part for Atisa. We haven't done this in a long time, ha. We're at peace with her preliminary designer. We're at peace with her NATCOS. We're at peace with how we rallied for voting. Wala tayong problema kaila Jonas and the Boylets. Wala tayong problema kaila Cholter, 'di ba? Wala tayong problema sa mga rumarampa-rampa sa Rodeo Drive. Wala yung mga ganun. Okay tayong lahat. Okay tayo sa finals designer. Medyo may issue lang tayo ng slight sa mga stylist, pero wala naman talaga silang nagawa na sobrang nagkasamaan tayo ng loob. Pero okay tayo. Very smooth sailing tong campaign na to for Atisa. Ayan. I am Mauve. Imbatahan po kaya si MU 2025 ng mga national pageant sa iba't ibang bansa sa MU 2026. Naku, yan ang aabangan natin. Siguro naman iimbitahan nila kasi baka i-threaten sila, Chaz. Or imbitahan naman yung mga yan kasi wala naman din magagawa eh. Lulunukin lang naman ng mga ND yan eh. Sana second runner-up na lang si Atisa para complete set natin ng runner-ups. Yun din naman yung gusto ko. Parang for me, masyadong mababa ang third runner-up at fourth runner-up para kay Atisa tsaka kay Olivia. Tita, invited ka daw po sa TV5. Samis, may nag-message sa akin, pero kanina pa kasing 12:00 yun. Hindi ko nabasa kagad. So, hindi ko alam kung okay pa rin yung invite o hindi. May news ba sa Continental Queens? Wala at all. And I think one of the reasons kung bakit wala silang participation, again, I just think is because, yun nga, siguro may pinaplano sila na magic doon. May manggugulo pa ako nandyan ng Continental Queens. Dr. Eves, Tita, it pains me that Atisa and Vina's graduation day ended in a rigged way. I agree. Parang sa dalawang to, sana man lang nabigyan sila ng chance na sakto lang. Kumbaga kung natalo sana silang dalawa, natalo sana sila ng malakas, katulad ni Cote d'Ivoire. Hindi, natalo sila ng saling kit-kit. Saan ang galing yun? Parang leprechaun na nanggulo muna. Tapos, hindi, nandiyan pa ako. Hindi ako alis. Kunin ko tong pot of gold. Parang may ganon. Gibson, Tita, your thoughts on the idea of having the final gown be the one she wore during prelims? I kind of thought that would work, but both are stunning. I know that a lot of people were clamoring for this, but they clamored for this because they did not want to risk the Val Taguba gown. Like, they didn't want to have like that stress level, to put all their eggs doon sa basket ng Val Taguba gown. But as soon as nag-decide tayo na ilabas yung gown na yan, nag-quell na naman yung mga hopes and dreams ng mga tao na sana yung prelims na lang. So, wag natin hilingin yun, guys. Yung prelims na same lang. Kasi, nung unang panahon, prior to 2014, ganyan ang ginagawa natin. Puro same lang yung gown natin sa prelims and finals. Nakakasama ng loob yun kung pageant fan ka. Kasi, syempre, feeling mo na pag-iiwanan ka talaga. So, for me, okay sa akin, yung may option na may prelims tsaka finals kasi, what is this? This is sugal. Hindi man lang tayo nagbebet dito ng pera-pera, but this is sugal. So, kailangan matuto tayong sumugal na, may mga taon na hindi okay yung gown, may mga taon na sobrang okay yung gown, nagkataon lang ngayon na okay ang NATCOS, okay ang prelims gown, okay na okay din ang finals na gown. Orange Jervy 19. Sino tita ang napipisil mo as early as now na maghihiganti sa atin sa Puerto Rico next year? I want someone either Oriental looking or Filipina morena na magaling rumampa. Kasi nandun na ako sa parte na baka hindi na naman tayo makapush ng wardrobe. Baka hindi na naman tayo makapush ng other things. E di at least sa may rampahan, dun sana tayo. It would be nice to have I'd like Tatiana Austria to give it a try. Kathleen Payton is not, ano ba? Okay, kung gusto kasi ni Kathleen Payton, guys, sana medyo matagal na siyang bumalik eh. Sana medyo matagal na siya nagparamdam. But, you know, she's newly engaged. She seems to be excited about other parts of life. So, baka naman doon. I know you guys are really pushing for Krishna. And, you know my sentiments about Krishna. I'm not like the biggest cheerleader for this thought because I know na hindi pa tapos yung responsibilities niya sa Miss World Philippines. Miss World Philippines will happen this coming February next year. Yeah, February of next year. And so the search for Miss Universe will happen probably sa sa summer pa. Will she have time? Hindi ko alam kung paano yung dynamics na yan. Kasi nakurunahan na siya sa Miss Universe Philippines, di ba? Nag-Miss Charm na siya doon. Nag-resign siya. Pumunta siya ng Miss World. So ako, I know you're pushing for Krishna because she looks the part. Hindi ako maka-onboard sa idea because timing-wise, mukhang hindi pwede pa. Christy McGarry, i-train lang sa pasarela. Ay, si Eloisa pala yung naisip ko. Pero yun nga, si Eloisa hindi pa rin ganun ka-eloquent. So, kailangan talaga pumondo ng gusto si Eloisa ng trabaho pagdating sa public speaking. Stacy Gabriel. Jessa, baka mahirapan tayo kay Stacy kasi kahit na mag-rally tayo for Stacy for a lot of things, mahirapan tayo sa height. Alam naman guys, ito na lang, wag na nga tayo magpaka-tuwid na daan dito. Alam nyo yung hinahanap nila, naghahanap sila ng matangkad dyan, naghahanap sila ng payat, naghahanap sila ng magaling maglakad. So, mahirap na rin tayong kumugot, parang magbigay ng false hopes dun sa mga kandidata na alam natin na medyo magkukulang. Yan, gustong-gusto ko yan si Maureen Montaigne. Siguro kung wala lang sabit si Maureen sa mga endorsements niya, kung wala sigurong sabit sa finances or sa budget, yan, gustong-gusto ko yan si Maureen. Naka-live ang Grand TV ngayon for Continental Queens. Nakita ko nga naka-live sila hindi na ako interesado. Guys, ano pa bang gagawin ng Continental Queens na yan? Parang ikakabit mo lang naman yan sa title mo, diba? AFWH15, Tita, I sent something sa PayPal mo. Naku, salamat. Thank you for your efforts and you have to put it. Naku, thank you so much. Kung hindi nyo na itatanong, I have one kitten right now. I'm hoping na mag-survive siya. And right after this whole Miss Universe hoopla, I think we are getting one more. There's someone who wants to send us a new kitten. So, yeah, maraming salamat sa pa-PayPal nyo, sa pa-Gcash nyo, because this will be for the renovation of their cat room. Nalungkot kami because 10 of our cat died during like this whole Miss Universe thing. And yeah, we're getting some new babies. So thank you so much for that donation. Glyza Castro or Maureen Montaigne for Puerto Rico. Gosh, that would be super perfect. I would not mind Glyza Castro, honestly. I hope that Glyza Castro gets a powerful backer, a wealthy backer at that. I really hope that she gives it another shot at pageantry and really try to think whether tama ba yung grupong sinasamahan niya or is it time to move on and switch. Matalino sana tong si Claiza Castro, magaling maglakad at Pilipina na mahaba, matangkad. So, nanghihinayang ako kung bakit wala siya. Dapat sana nakikita-kita natin siya now. Ayan. The Babe! Tita, dati iniisip ko, hinawakan ni Nawat yung MUTH para dungisan ng MU at umangat ang MGI. Pero hands-on naman pala talaga siya. Pero parang ganun ang nangyayari. Palagay ko, nung una talaga parang ganun. Pero Miss Universe kasi talaga ang dama ko end game ni Nawat eh. Yun talaga yung gusto talaga niya sa buhay niya. Feeling ko, para siyang yung para siya si Pauline Amelings. Si Pauline Amelings na palagi nating sinasabihan, dahil mag-Miss World ka na. Pero hindi, try siya ng try sa Miss Universe. So feeling ko ganun si Uncle Nawat. Ang endgame talaga niya is gusto niya talagang Miss Universe. Tita, si Myrna Esguera talaga after ng MI. Naku, si Myrna Esguera. Sa totoo lang, medyo lost ako sa kanya ngayon. Kasi syempre, pinapalambot siya ngayon. Ginagawa siyang pang Miss International ngayon. Naaayon, bumabangay, very appropriate. Pero like a part of me feels na parang I want the Myrna na nakita ko nung Binibining Pilipinas. Like, she was so fierce. Kahanay niya si for me, kahanay niya for me si CJ. Namimiss ko yung ganong footwork, namimiss ko yung ganong pitik, namimiss ko yung haba ni Myrna. Ngayon kasi parang balot na balot siya, para siyang sasamba. Pero again, kailangan kasi sa pageant yun. Pero yun nga, namimiss ko kasi si Myrna na yun talagang Myrnang palaban, alam mo yun. Hi Amiel, kamusta ka dyan? Tita, nalito si Miss El Tukuyo, naging Kazakhstan si Kyrgyzstan, wala na din siyang pakialam. Yun ang gusto ko. Gusto ko kung ano-ano na lang ang pinopost natin. Tita, do you think we have chances of winning under the era of Raul? JWB or TH? Yes, I do. You know what? Maka-jackpot lang yan si Raul na makakausap dito sa Pilipinas na willing magbaba ng pera. Kasi sa ngayon, yun ay nakikita ko sa kanya. Sino nang willing magbaba ng pera sa inyo? Malay mo, kita nyo naman guys, dito naman sa Pilipinas, may kalakaran din ng pagiging nepo baby, diba? Dito sa Pilipinas, lalo na sa sistema ng Miss Universe Philippines, marami na naging instances na binili yung franchise para sa anak nila, ganun. So yun, tingnan natin. H-Par Peewee, Chelsea Fernandez, sakaling matalo siya sa Cosmo, tita. Chelsea Fernandez, sakaling parang hirap na rin kahit na sobrang exceptional yung movement mo, no? Parang pag hindi talaga sa'yo, hindi sa'yo, no? Steffi Aberasturi. Gusto ko si Steffi Aberasturi, pero sana sumali siya siguro mga 2 years or 3 years after nung stint niya the first time. Feeling ko masyado na tayong malayo ngayon. Parang ang hirap ng habulin. Alam niyo si Chris Hansen nga, 'di ba, ang layo ng hinabol niya ilang taon. So nung pagsali niya nung una, parang hindi siya ganoon ka physically fit, although pumayat ng husto nung nag-pageant na. Mahirap kasi kapag yung mga comeback girls nagbalikan tapos medyo mahigit na sa 3 taon yung inantay nila. Parang ang hirap na ulit maka-climb back on top eh. Tita, CJ Opiasa, I don't want na lang CJ Opiasa to give it another go sa pageant kasi mawawala, mai-invalidate yung yung na-achieve niya para sa sarili niya. Okay for me na panghawakan niya yung unang-unang MGI winner kung ipupush pa niya yan sa Miss Universe Philippines. Ang mahirap din kasi guys, especially with you dropping a lot of these names, yung sistema natin ngayon, it's not as easy na as Binibining Pilipinas, as all you have to do is just submit your requirements and get yourself screened. This time around, it doesn't work that way. Kahit na may mga names tayo na gustong i-push, Tyra Goldman, this, and that. Baka yung mga probinsya nila, mga lugar nila may representation na. So, hindi na ganun kadali. Kasi, yun nga, meron na tayong ilalagay doon. Diba? Krishna Gravides, palagay ko, she can give it another try, but definitely not for next year. Wala siyang oras for next year. Tita, wala bang official portrait yung bagong MU? Hindi ko rin maramdaman. Wala pa ako nakikitang official portrait niya. Not na interesado tayo really. But yeah, there are so many things na nawawala sa Miss Universe. Nag-aantay ako up until now na may upload sana lahat ng gowns sa Miss Universe from prelims. Wala pa silang ginagawa. Upload sana lahat ng swimsuit. Wala silang ginagawa. Upload sana ng mga ganap ngayon. Silang ginagawa. Sana po si Sir Chavit Singson na ang kumuha ng Miss Universe since puro lalaki naman ang humahawak nito at alam natin na madalas sumusuporta ang mga Singson. Ellie Cubayan. As someone na nagpupunta ng Ilocos, na ilang beses na nagpupunta ng Ilocos, parang feeling ko medyo limitado. Paano ko ba sasabihin to? Medyo advanced na rin kasi yung age ni Chavit Singson. So, hindi ko naman din alam kung yung mga tao sa paligid ni Chavit interesado sa pagpapageant or yung business of pageantry. Alam ko yung anak niya na si Rachel, di ba parang na-involved for a while, pero hindi naman din ako sure kung gusto niyang i-continue yun sa papa niya. You get what I mean? Feeling ko, she was just so supportive of the business venture when it happened here. And, she was like a representative or the right-hand man of, or the right-hand woman of her father. Parang hindi naman ako sure kung interesado silang ma-acquire ang Miss Universe in the first place. Oo nga pala, Katrina Dimaranan hindi na siguro. Mahirap kasi kapag medyo tumitira na sa US tong mga girls na to, medyo nawawalan ng amor yung mga tao pag nanunumbalik sila because these are also the girls who can swing both ways. These are the girls who can represent the US and then go back, represent the Philippines. Medyo hindi na yata okay. And medyo advanced na rin yung age ni Katrina Dimaranan, although pwede naman. Ayoko na rin ma-stress na nagpadala tayo doon. Tapos meron tayo mga pinag-uusapan at pinaglalaban na, but she's of age and there's inclusivity, so ayoko na magtiisis. And on this note, ibalik na yan si Genesis Latugat because si Genesis Latugat mukhang kaya natin ilaban sa Puerto Rico at nasa hustong edad. Kumbaga, pwedeng ilaban doon. Tita, ang daming rampadora at masyungkad sa mutya ng Pilipinas. Ayun nga. Pero marami rin sa kanila na napansinin doon ang meron ng titulo din. So, kailangan lumaban muna sila bago sila maging shoe-in sa Puerto Rico. Pwede si Roberta Tamundong. Pwede sana si Roberta Tamundong pero kailangan pa niyang pumondo pagdating sa comm skills. Gabriel Basiano, may balak po bang bumalik? Palagi kami nagchichikahan ni Gabriel. The last time na nagkita kami, ang issue niya ay hindi pa siya physically fit. Ayan. Although hindi mo masyado mararamdaman yan kasi when you see these girls, syempre, they're always so skinny, they're so tall. Pero nagigets ko siya pag sinasabi niya, tita, hindi ako physically fit. Kasi iba talaga, guys, yung payat ka lang sa normal na buhay dahil, beauty queen ka. Pero iba yung may hinahabol ka na itsura mo kasi may laban ka. Datong baka mo, itag na si Madam Jinky. Wag ka na, I am Christina, nalo na nga si Madam Jinky eh. Tita, wala po bang accounting firm? Mukhang walang accounting firm kasi mukhang pati si Natalie Glebova humahanas na. Rina Irish, wala sa atin ang problema, nasa MUO mismo. The pageant is exploiting a lot of girls. It's harmful towards women unlike before during the IMG era. I agree with you about the IMG era, girls. Exploitation of women under the guise of women empowerment. That's how I feel about Miss Universe now. Again, as a disclaimer, I'm still gonna probably cover it. I'm still probably gonna watch it. I'm still gonna wait out for next year. Hopefully, we get someone na na kandidata na mai-endear tayo. Sana hindi siya Meldy para ganahan naman tayo magpanata. But for next year, siguro at least okay na rin. Kumbaga, kung sa relasyon pa, at least okay na rin na nagkakitaan tayo na masama ugali mo. Ayan. Wag na si Chavit, isa pa yon, sabi naman ni Will na, oo, mahirap din guys si Chavit kasi kahit naman okay yung ginawa niya sa Miss Universe, mahirapan tayo dun kung sakaling siya yung nag-take over kasi never-ending bato ng mga political issues yan. Medyo mahirap depensahan si Lolo Chavit. J. Stella 29, Tita, this MU edition reminds me yung pageant sa school na may money voting. My God, never ako nanalo dun kasi hindi ko binibigay yung binibigay yung sobre. Yung pinakamalaki na nilagay na pera sa sobre, siya ang winner. Honey ni Maki, hi, how are you? Hi, tita, pa-attendance. Diyos ko, nakahabol pa ako. Just got home from isang buong araw na panonood ng videos ni Atisa habang nasa office. Okay nga, at least pumasok ka pa. Yung iba nga, may kakilala ako, nag-leave. Wink-wink din sa taong nandyan lang sa corner. Naka-leave ka ba ngayon?
Kahapon.
Ngayon off mo. Naka-leave siya kahapon. Ang funny nga niyan. Yung opisina niya nandyan lang. Ayan. Hi, Drew Francisco! Magbigay-pugay tayo kay Drew Francisco na Gina rin. Ayan. Hello, Ed. Interesting ang new batch ng MU Laguna, tita. Si Ashley Subiano nandun. Ihanda na si Maureen Montaigne at re-rest back tayo sa PR. Go for it, Maureen. Naku, nasaan na ba si Maureen? Paano ba natin i-reach si Maureen? Maureen, come on. I feel you. Tita, pati official pin on their competition sash, wala din this year. Wala nga eh. Ang nakakaasar pa dyan, Diyos na asar talaga. Ang ganda pala ng swimsuit nila kanina sa finals. Okay sa akin yung mga anik-anik na gold. Ang hindi lang maganda, yung lapat ng bikini bottom, parang hindi siya nagko-close sa kifi. So, minsan kung gusto mo sumilip, makakasilip ka rin ng kifi. But other than that, ang ganda naman din sa akin lahat. Kaso lang, yung styling nung preliminaries, doon ako medyo na-off. Kasi ang ganda ng swimsuit. Pero nag-wild yung mga kandidata, kanya-kanya sila na styling nila. Meron sila malaking earrings, tapos may armband, tapos may necklace. Parang wala mo lang nagsabi sa kanila, kumalma kayo dyan, meron tayong sponsor, ito yung mga isusuot nyo. Parang, yeah, let's pile on everything. Tita, comment on Sir Louis' caption that he gave high scores kay Atisa in all categories. That's amazing. I mean, ako no bias kung ako ang nag-judge din doon, hindi dahil sa Pilipino yan, judge ko yan kung ano nakita ko. Kanina kasi nakita ko si Atisa, lahat mataas yung score niya for me. Tanggalin mo yung sash niya. Kahit nasabihan mong Indonesia na yung sash niya. Again, ang theme natin ay, it is what it is. It is what it is na si Atisa nag-perform ng maayos. It is what it is na maganda yung Q&A ni Atisa. May hugot. It is what it is na yung gown niya offered something new. It was pageant Dementor. Come on. 'Di ba? Yeah, we can talk about the jellyfish and the babae sa Balete Drive and the white lady and ghost and things. But it was pageant Dementor. With wind, everything. So, wala talaga, Day. Lahat ng innovation was offered by Atisa. Heart was offered by Atisa. Excellence in comm skills was offered by Atisa. Excellence in pakikisama. Excellence in staying regal and solid and sophisticated even when you're smiling and in pain and when you're tired. Yan ang pinakita ni Atisa kanina. So, yeah. If that does not make you proud, I don't know what will. I think that wala na tayong mahihiling na pwede pa sana niyang gawin or pwede pa sana niyang i-execute. For me, etong laban na to ni Atisa will go down in my pageant career as one of my favorites. Ay ihihilera ko tong laban ni Atisa sa mga paborito ko, katulad ng naging laban ni Samantha Bernardo, katulad ng naging laban ni Kat. So, isa talaga to sa mga gustong-gusto ko. Jongalyn, boycott na ang Miss You. Sus, taon-taon naman boycott eh. Pero, yun nga, hindi ako magmamasid sa Miss You. Hindi ako interesado magmasid doon. Alam ko, nakamute nga yung Miss Universe sa amin eh. So, okay lang yun. Actually, yung mga fans pwede naman talaga magbigay ng parang silent protest. Like literal na silent protest na halos hindi na kayo nagbibigay ng engagement. Ang titingnan natin yan, kung yung mga countries nga talaga, kung iimbitahan nga talaga sila. This is obvious corruption and major red flag. Ano na talaga, no? Sobrang garapal na talaga, no? Parang ayaw, nung una, syempre, may association, Mexico, cartel, di ba? Di ba, nag-aasaran lang tayo, pero ngayon parang mas nararamdaman mo na, no? Nararamdaman mo na yung, damang-dama mo na yung posibilidad ng money laundering. Hello, Areza Carlo. Oh, Uncle C, hi, how are you? Here I am, so pissed off big time. Since MMD's time, ganyan ang ginagawa nila sa Philippines. I agree with you. Like, we're all, nasa situationship tayo pagdating sa Miss You. Time for a change. We must send a chimp para no regrets. Oh my God, pupunta na ba tayo doon? Mag-send na ba tayo ng chimp? Babawi si Mirna sa MI, tita. Walang announcement ng best in national costume, tita. Parang wala silang in-announce. Feeling ko, pubmat na lang ang ibibigay nila. Nasaan na yung isa kong coke? Wala na ba? Ay, nandito pa. Babe, please, oh. Lagay mo na lang doon. Thank you. Deserve kong mag-coke, huwag kayong kumontra. No sugar to. Come on. Natatawa ako dito. Send a chimp. Nakakabwisit. Tita, correct me if I'm wrong, pero parang naitsapwera sila Arbony at Dayanara after evening gown. Nakapag-commentary pa ba sila after ng Q&A? Naku, hindi ko masyadong napansin. Actually, gusto ko nga siyang panoorin ulit mamaya. Hindi ko napansin, pero sa sobrang stunning na mga nangyayari, hindi ko na napansin kung ano yung involvement nila. Wala silang chemistry. Kelly Day. On the short side kasi si Kelly Day eh. Tsaka medyo ang nipis kasi ng katawan. Guys, kailangan natin ng mala Christy McGarry doon na Amazona. Ayan. Tita Nikki Demora. Oh, gusto ko si Nikki Demora but she's also on the shorter side eh. Guys, pasensya na. Medyo ano na ako medyo hindi na ako ganun ka-positive scripting Pero I mean this with love. Ayan. We will miss you, tita. I know. This is the last MU live. I know. The rest will be regular episodes, which is, alam niyo naman, sometimes I deliver, sometimes I don't. But I know that you will miss me. Yeah. In one of your lives, you wanted white for Atisa for the finals. You know what? I am very appreciative because siguro yung ibang tao sasabihin nila, ikaw na naman ang susi. But I've been very vocal about my preferences. And when I say a lot of these things, I know that I show you pictures and images of these references para hindi lang naman ako yung nakakagets nun, para kayo din naman na nakakagets nun. And of course, nobody's gonna tell me this. Of course, no one's going to confirm. But kung sakaling nasilip sila sa atin, nasilip sila sa mga or nasilip sila dun sa mga pa-episode natin, natutuwa naman ako kasi kahit paano na-achieve naman nila. I know we talked about turquoise and teal. We got to see a few looks and we talked about some black clothes. We got to see that. We talked about sana magpa-live siya. Nagpapa-live naman siya. Then we talked about engaging more. Nag-i-engage. So, I don't know if meron akong contribution to some extent. But, yeah, happy ako na kung sakaling nakikinig man sila, sabi natin, gusto natin na medyo flowy. Mukhang nakikinig naman sila. Actually, pati nga yung gown, pati nga yung fabric na yan, na pinakita ko sa inyo, yung super organza na yan, napag-usapan na natin yan noon eh. So, sana, totoo na nag-aano sila. Hay nako, ang funny ng pa-side comment ng mama ko. Nahiya lang ako sa mama ko kasi syempre excited siya. Pangalawang Miss Universe niya na to actually, simula nung dumating siya dito. Pero the last time kasi nandun kami sa bahay, nag-pizza party kami doon. So this time, nandito kami sa Airbnb. Madalang lang nakakalabas yung mama ko kasi syempre, hindi naman niya alam yung mga grab-grab pa. Syempre, natatakot pa siyang mag-ikot-ikot. Although sa area namin, nakakalabas-labas na siya. So, alam ko kung gaano siya ka-excited kapag niyayaya namin siya na daan ka muna ma kung nasan naka-Airbnb kami, ganun-ganun. So, aga-aga pa lang. Yung mama ko pa naman. Ang funny. Ma, nanonood ka ba? Mama ko pa naman, ang funny pa naman nun. Kasi, pupunta lang yun ng palengke. Sobrang naka-lipstick. And talaga nakaprostoryosa talaga siya. Nakapostura talaga siya. And pinagtatawa na namin palagi ni Ron yun. Kasi, kapag sasabihin namin na may lakad, sobrang on the dot siya. Not because sa Japan siya. Kasi sobrang excited siya, nakakairita. So, alam niya, di ka nakakalabas masyado. So, kahit napagod ako, binook namin siya ang aga-aga niya. Ang aga-aga niyang aga-aga niya mag-prepare. Tapos pagdating dito, sabi ko, umayos ka ha. Sabi ko, kilala kita, pareho kayo ni Riri, pareho kayo ni Tita B. Ang hirap niyong isama sa live. Ayan, so ayan. Ayan na nga. Hey guys, may chismis ako sa inyo. Dahil alam ko mamimiss niyo ako. Alam nyo, marami kayong mga dinadrop na names. Marami kayong mga dinadrop na mga names na parang pwedeng ilaban sa Puerto Rico. Natanong nyo sa akin kung okay o ano, okay ganito. Sabihin ko naman. Pero ang kailangan nating hanapin, guys, is given na yan physical. Sa totoo lang, kailangan natin ng physical. Morena, matangkad, sexy, yan. Pero ang hindi nyo rin kasi alam, kailangan talaga natin ng taong dedicated. Hindi lang ng tao na nag-absorb ng sasabihin ng mga eksperto sa kanya. Pero yung taong may will. Yung tao na may kusa. Yung tao na may malasakit sa pagpapageantry. Okay, medyo harsh yun. Alam mo, ang pageantry ngayon, guys, pera-pera ang pageantry ngayon. Pera-pera in a sense na para maging successful ka, hindi ka magiging successful by just being you. You have to have money to become successful. So, that's one thing. Another thing about being successful is, dapat meron kang sarili mong initiative. Dapat may sarili kang voice. Mahirap gumalaw kung willing ka lang na ayusan ka. Mahirap gumalaw kung willing ka lang na i-transform ka ng ibang tao. So, yun ang nakikita kong issue ng mga pageant girls natin ngayon. Lahat ng mga pageant girls natin ngayon, papunta na sila doon sa pagiging spoon-fed. That's why, palagi kong pinipush na Atisa is one of the last binibini greats along with Emma because these are the types of girls who understand the struggles of becoming a pageant girl in the Philippines. Akala natin hinahain lang sa mga pageant girls na to. Sa ngayon, oo. Pero yung parte nila Atisa from a few years ago, ito yung mga girls na nagko-contact mismo sa mga designers, ito yung mga girls na gumagawa ng legwork, ito yung mga girls na umuupo talaga, pinaplano, at sila talaga yung nakikipag-usap. The new girls right now, they have the physical attributes, they have the drive to train, but sometimes they don't really have the heart for this. So, mahirap maghanap ng kandidata na may puso, na hindi lang to basta achievement sa sarili niya, na willing dalhin ang Pilipinas. You know, ang Pilipinas kung magpapageant ka, napakalaking responsibilidad kasi ang daming nakikisawsaw. To the point na minsan umaabot pa nga sa Senate yung discussion ng pagiging beauty pageant girl. So, kailangan hindi lang basta matalino ka at maganda, may puso ka para dito. Yun. Yun yung nakikita ko. Kasi, nakailang training na rin naman din ako ng girls, nakailang observe na rin naman ako ng mga girls eh. Marami sa mga girls na to yung laban na laban kapag nandyan sa pageant nila, pero pag tapos na, totoo nga naman talaga yung mga sinasabi nyo, yung mga advocacies na minanufacture pero hindi naman natutuloy ng gusto. So mahirap maghanap ng ganun, guys. Tita, no more Atisa pa. Okay lang yun. Kasi, guys, sabay-sabay natin naabot ang pinakamataas para kay Atisa. Sabay-sabay tayo na nanood nung 2018, nung binangga niya si Catriona sa Jag Show. Sabay-sabay natin na witness na second in command siya kay Catriona nung nanalo siya ng Miss International. At sabay-sabay tayong hindi gumalaw nung nag-decide siyang magbalik sa pageantry. At lalong hindi tayo gumalaw nung nag-decide siya bumalik the second time around. So, alam ko medyo unli na ngayon ang pagsali. Unli na. Pero, matuto na rin tayo na tumigil para sa ibang girls kung katigil-tigil na. Ewan ko, may Continental Queens pa? Oo, kilala ko si Manita Farmer. Bet ko ng MUT. Oo, naalala ko siya. Pero I remember parang medyo may baby fats pa siya noon, so she has to slim down. Guys, merong coronation party. Kebs, naku, pakialam. Sinong isi-celebrate natin? New Mexico? I mean, nothing against her naman. For me, it's just the principle of her winning na hindi ako sakto. But yung sa kanya mismo, wala naman ako issue sa kanya bilang tao. Tita, nakita mo yung video ni Emma at ni Atisa, sabi ni Bunso, nilaban ko to, te. Because sa totoo lang, nilaban niya talaga to. I mean, this is a sport. This is not a glitzy event. This is a sport. In-unfollow ko muna, MU Tita. Ikaw na lang mag-update sa amin ng anik-anik. Okay lang naman. Sabi ko naman sa inyo, kahit nga kami, nakamute ang MU sa amin eh. Because those Atisa and Emma girls really want it since their childhood. I agree with you. That's why, you know, when I say things like the last of the Binibini greats, because, you know, that time of Binibini, these are girls na sumali sa Binibini kasi nga naman, meron silang nanay, may lola sila. Kumbaga naintindihan nila na legacy brand ang Binibini. So, kung makapasok sila, they have to uphold yung mga values ng Binibini na hawak-hawak nila. So, nakita natin yung dedication at saka yung linis ng trabaho ng nanggaling ka sa sistema ng Binibining Pilipinas. And wala na akong maisip ngayon because probably nag-age out na sila. Wala na akong maisip na ganong klase ng Binibini na kahit na nag-crossover, kuha pa rin niya yung finesse, yung hard work, at saka yung grace under pressure ng pagiging isang Binibini. In terms of skills and hype, I only see Krishna. Kahit medyo malayo pa rin, lakas sa masa compared kay Atisa and Catriona. Ako, I want to be very honest with you with Krishna. Dati kasi syempre dahil trainee ko siya, syempre I have to say like very encouraging things na malayo na rin ang na iusad ng comm skills ni Krishna. So, wala nang ibang pupuntahan si Krishna kung hindi mag-improve sa buhay niya because hindi ka naman pwedeng bumalik doon sa comm skills na parang mas nangangapa pa. Like, there is no other way to go but to move forward with her comm skills. Hindi na magre-retract yan. Kumbaga, mag-a-add na lang yan na mag-a-add ng skills sa kanya. So, maybe in time, she could be like Emma, she could come back. So, I don't want to keep on pushing for Krishna, guys, because of course, alam nyo naman, I have a personal hugot with Krishna. You keep on asking me about her, and of course, I'm going to try and give you an analysis on Krishna na parang very level-headed. But in reality, if you're going to ask me, my personal issue with Krishna was, because of gratitude. We had some issues on recognizing gratitude. And so I don't want to keep on talking about her really because I know how she is as a candidate at nakikita ko kung ano yung kulang. I don't want to give you information kung ano yung kulang sa kanya because that is my personal opinion nang magkasama kami na nagtitrain. So, ito yung mga bagay na to, kailangan ramdamin nyo before you can say something. So, as a candidate for Miss Universe, probably not next year, probably in the next few years after that, because she still has to have a really clean break with Miss World before she can pursue other things. Tita, what if mag-Miss World si Atisa? I honestly am not advocating for it. Kasi mawawala na yung essence na, this is a dream and I want this. Kasi kapag nag-push pa yan siya ng Miss World, nagmumukha na lang siyang uhaw sa titulo at corona. For me kasi, okay lang sa akin if, certain girls, they want to chase a dream. Katulad niya ni Emma, she always wanted to chase a dream of getting a title. Doesn't matter if that's Miss Universe or Intercontinental or whatever. She really wanted a title. Ganun din, if you remember Kylie, diba? Parang her dream was to compete at Binibining Pilipinas and probably be the best there and compete at Miss Universe, but she was given Miss International because dun talaga siya nag-fit ng husto. Ayan. So, with Atisa, nagsabi naman na siya na huli niya na to, and of course, we believed it. And so, if she is to compete again, nagmumukha na lang talaga siyang uhaw sa titulo. So, hindi na, kumbaga, nagdi-diminish na yung essence nung mismong minamarket niya ngayon. Tita Atisa, Vina, Olivia, even Venezuela, ang nagsawa tayo, did so well. Yun na nga eh. Kasi nga, sabi ko naman sa inyo, si Atisa, si Vina, si Olivia, tsaka si Venezuela, pwede mong i-interchange yung pwesto nitong mga taong to. But that fifth spot, never kong naisipan na maipapasok ni Mexico. Naisip ko sa ibang tao pero hindi ko talaga naisipan na si Mexico yung maipasok ko sa fifth spot. Puerto Rico naisip ko pa dahil ang galing-galing nga nung preliminary. Latina naisip ko pa. Kaso even Latina nilaglag nila. 'Di ba? Dahil ayoko na si CJ kasi for me sagrado na kasi sa akin yung na-achieve ni CJ na na unang Miss Grand natin eh. Tita, mga comment nila Mexico daw. Yun nga, sabi ko nga, of course, they can bask in the glory of the victory, but at the same time, they will have to live with these comments for years and years to come. Hindi to makakalimutan ng mga tao. This is the dirtiest edition of Miss Universe. Not in recent years, I would think, in all of the editions of Miss Universe. I've always held Miss Universe at a high regard because kung lahat sobrang bumababa na ang standards para sa akin ng Miss Universe, syempre, ehemplo pa rin. But today, sobrang na-shatter yun. Ngayon, ko unang naramdaman kung gaano ka insignificant ang Miss Universe. Not the brand, but because yung naghahawak sa kanila ngayon, hindi naiintindihan yung branding. Na yung naghahawak ngayon ng Miss Universe, ang priority is to make money, not to empower, not to continue with a legacy brand, and not to put on a show. Walang involvement ng babaeng may malasakit. I agree with you, Maricar. I want fresh faces for MUPH. Fresh faces you have for MUPH. Marami pa kasing medyo bagets, guys, eh. I would like sana to um, also wait for Kathleen Espinido, but you know, the mere fact na palagi siyang MIA sa Binibining Pilipinas, kind of signals na hindi pa siya ready, and kind of signals na hindi pa ganun yung commitment niya talaga. A lot of these girls kasi that I have in mind are young. One of my favorites is this Filipino Syrian. She was a trainee of mine, Daniela Mazen Mustafa. I think she's competing at Miss Silka now. She's on the shorter side nga lang, but she's really so pretty. Sana makita natin siya sa nationals. Who else? I heard from a little birdie. I don't know if this is true, but there seems to be rumor. Please don't believe me because this is just a rumor. I keep on dropping the likes of Tala Jean. I really like Tala Jean, but somebody told me that Tala Jean is pregnant. I don't know if you can confirm this or not. Nakita ko kasi sa isang fashion show, but then when I asked someone about Tara Jean being pregnant, somebody told me, kaya pala. Or that they were not surprised. So I don't know, you tell me. Tita, anong number one mo sa Big Five? Chintry, you know, when we talk about Big Five, it's still Miss Universe, right? Miss Universe is still top dog. Kaso lang, the brand is there. It's the people na nagpapatakbo doon that's tarnishing Miss Universe for me. Ayan. Tita, announcement na ng Continental Queens. Do we really care? Like, unang-una, if you're gonna give that to Atisa, might as well give it to Vina. Mas masama yung loob nila. Hi, good evening. Super grand HD ng palive mo. Talaga ba? There is something majorly wrong about these phones. Actually, ang gamit ko ngayon, guys, ay yung old phone ko. Ayan. Tita, yung performance ni Atisa, ang sarap ulitin, wag lang tapusin. Kaya paulit-ulit mo na lang. Tita, good evening. Hello, good evening sa'yo. Tita, why walang top 3 daw yung keme nila? Kasi nga, ang hilig nila magbago ng rules midway. Sana talaga matutukan si Eloisa, no? Sana si Eloisa magkaroon ng powerful na management team. Sana magkaroon siya ng powerful pa talaga ng team para sa pasarela. Medyo nandun na yung styling eh. Medyo pumapalya-palya lang minsan kasi nagigets naman nila kung ano yung hinahanap natin kay Eloisa. Pero minsan parang nalolost lang sila. But more than anything else, Eloisa really has to work on her comm skills, Q&A skills, and confidence. Medyo dun tayo mahina. Hi Astrid Leong, walang nangyayari noong 2012 ang nangyari ngayon. How about Angeli Caballero Pasco, tita? I like Angeli Caballero Pasco. I do. Kaso lang ang problema natin kay Angeli, na remember ko, is mukha siyang supermodel type. Lamon siya on stage, pero mahina palagi yung wardrobe niya.
Nakakuha ng award si Jonas.
Alin?
Jonas, nakakuha yata ng award.
Nakakuha pala si Mama J ng award. Best ND. Ayun nga, going back to Angeli Pasco, ang mahina sa kanya is yung final gown. So siguro meron siyang affiliation with a friend who would always make gowns for her kasi parang lost doon sa mismong persona niya. Best national pageant si Jonas. Congratulations. Ayan. May award si Jonas! Award! Hindi, ano naman. Alam mo, kami ni Jonas, hindi naman yata kami like sobrang nagmi-meet eye to eye. Pero di ko nga alam ba't kami magkabangga ni Jonas kasi kung tutuusin, pareho kami ng taste level nun. So, yeah, congratulations, diba? Sana pwede natin isali si Kirk Popiolek, no? Sana may ganong arrangement sa atin, no? Na pwede natin ipasok sa Miss Universe. Kaso lang wala pa tayong wala kasi tayong rules dito, no? Hindi transgender si Eloisa, loka. Naku, si Roberta, okay siya visually. Mahina kasi Combs, guys. Mahina. Ayaw natin na mahina sa Combs. Nakita mo na may nangyari kay Mexico kanina. Yung nakatutok ka. Sabi ko, ano to? Para siyang nagsasabi ng incantation. Ayan. Si Chantal Schmidt, gusto ko, pero honestly, gusto ko siya sa supranational. Ang Nicole Borromeo naman, gusto kong magbalik, pero gusto ko siya for Miss World. Tita, I really appreciate your panatas and updates during this MU season. You truly made this season enjoyable to tune in. Till next edition. Yes, till next edition. I think we're still gonna do this. Ako lang, I'm just really hoping na next year, when we start choosing someone, sana yung bati natin. Sana yung hindi Meldy. Pag Meldy kasi hindi na ako magpapalive niyan. Alam niyo naman, pag di ko masyado betsy girl, hindi ko talaga, imbis na makasira ako ng buhay, o may masabi ako, hindi na lang kita i-feature, hindi na lang kita pag-uusapan. Ang snob ng ano ni Fatima, tingnan ni Fatima, di siya nagsismile. Mas snobbish for me si Venezuela. Mas mukha pa kang kawawa si Fatima eh. But even so, parang wag niyo kong kumbinsihin na pang Miss Universe yan. Maganda siguro maganda talaga, kaso lang, ewan ko ba kung saan nila hinugot yan. Alam mo, nung nilaglag nila si MU Latina sa top 12, doon talaga ako nakaramdam na na padumi na siya ng padumi. What? Si Miss Turkey pa yung congeniality, nakaka-lurks. Tita, bago nose ni Roberta, check her new TikTok. Medyo nasobrahan. Oh, feeling ko nga nagbago yung nose niya. Yun din. Ang hirap din pala yun din pa, guys. Si Atisa kasi nilaban natin dun, walang napadagdag na boobs. Walang napagdagdag. Siguro na may dinagdag siya ng konti sa chin, feeling ko. Pero parang halos natural yung nilaban natin doon. Naglagay tayo doon ng body type ng babae na hindi naman sobrang putok na putok yung dibdib, unlike me. So, hirap maghanap ng medyo natural mahirap. Abangan natin si Rima. Parang I heard from a little birdie na parang meron siyang ambisyon. Hindi ko lang alam kung anong representation. Abangan natin si Rima. Hi, Ed. Sa Thailand, medyo marami pa silang reserve, pero siguro 2027. Bet ko si Cora. Cora should be ready na. Tsaka si Cora, ang niya, may affiliation siya dito sa RAIN Project Management. So, tingnan natin baka naman kung mag-ready na si Cora, baka dito mag-prepare or like whatever, diba? Tsaka magaling magsalita yun. Sultry na sosyala, nasa wishlist ko pa rin talaga si Katrina. Ang hindi ko kasi masabi kay Katrina kung nasa na yung age niya, kasi, diba si Colombia, nasa 34 na siya. So, may mga araw na laban siya, meron namang araw na parang lumilitaw na yung age niya. So, hindi ako sobrang on board. Like, naghahanap pa rin ako, kahit na nag-open na sila ng parang inclusive na sa age limit, naghahanap pa rin ako, guys, ng pang pageant pa rin, para wala tayong problema. Ayan. Hindi Meldy si Krishna, guys. Hindi siya Meldy. Personally, hindi lang kami swak ng pag-iisip. Kasi naalala niyo nung lumalaban siya noon, siguro she was very quiet about it. Remember, I called her out. I called her out because parang, kasi I helped train her, right? I trained her from day one. And then when she was competing, parang totally nabura lahat ng contributions ko. Now, we talked about this, and then eventually, she also expressed her gratitude. But she expressed her gratitude with my name included after medyo nakalampag siya ng mga tao. Kasi medyo umalma na ako because Krishna changed her team mid-preparation. So, naiintindihan ko na nung nag-compete si Krishna for Miss World, hindi na siya pwedeng masyadong humanash doon sa team na talagang nag-prepare sa kanya. Kasama ako doon sa team na talagang nag-prepare sa kanya. So, just on that note, I really felt slighted because we were nameless, we were faceless in her whole campaign. And I called her out on this. And we eventually talked it out, but we agreed, we agreed na, of course, I'm not gonna badmouth the person, but I will be very honest with how I felt about that whole thing. Kasi alam niyo naman guys, kapag may alaga ako, it's not just the Q&A na pinangahawakan ko. It's also defense for that person. And it's also promotion for that person. So yun lang ang, kaya ako confident na magsabi ng issues ko about Krishna because yun naramdaman ko. That is not chismis. Kumbaga, this is not something na nire-relay ko sa inyo because I picked it up from someone. Ito talaga yung sentiments ko about it. Now, I'm over it, but as a pageant analyst, of course, I have to give my observation of Krishna as a pageant girl. Kailangan isang tabi ko kung ano yung kung ano yung issue ko sa kanya kasi in the grand scheme of things, it's not gonna affect naman, 'di ba? It's not gonna matter naman. So yun lang yun. I mean, you don't have to fish for information because you can definitely ask me. At honest naman din ako magsabi sa inyo na hindi naman binababa yung tao. So, sa pagkakaintindi ko, wala siyang attitude, hindi siya meldy. It's just that, medyo may sakit lang ng kalimot. Pero naman, nakakaalala naman. Ayan. Okay. Okay. Oh, 'di ba? Sabi ni Miles, what you felt was valid. But I remember I had to also make preno-preno because when I felt this way about Krishna, when this was going on with Krishna, she was in the middle of her competition. And you know the unspoken rules, right? If you're like a vlogger, however powerful or not so powerful you are, medyo promeno ka kasi may laban yung tao. So, yun. Hi, Lynn! How are you? Lulu Melody, kahit si Miss Colombia and Puerto Rico nilaglag sa top 5, parang, okay, so nung nalaglag na si Latina, doon ako nakaramdam na may mali na talaga dito sa roster na to. Actually, top 30 pa lang makakaramdam na ako na parang may mali dito sa roster na to. Di ko maintindihan saan nanggaling si Guatemala. Di ko alam paano nila naipasok si Nicaragua dyan. Pero fine, sige. Pero nung nawala na si Yamilex, doon ako nakaramdam na pero nung una at least naisip ko man lang niluluto nila to para kay Vina ng Thailand. At least yun, na mind condition na tayo na, day 1 pa lang si Vina ng Thailand na yung nakatakda. I mean, kahit na hindi masyado mag-perform si Vina, at least kahit paano, medyo tanggap natin. Kasi nga, alam naman natin na business-wise, mas may balik talaga sila kay Vina. Di ko talaga akalain na lahat ng nangyari ng 20 days na to, lahat pala to laro-laro lang para lang maipwesto si Mexico dyan. I want Prau! Kaso lang pang ilang beses na ni Prau no? At isa naka-gold. Ito yata yung parang gold gown na parang may scroll pattern na hindi niya nasuot. Ito yata yun. So, yun. Tita, Venus final pageant journey. Who do you think Thailand's rep for MU 2026. You know, we've been talking about it. Si Cora, inaantay natin. Sana si Prau ulit kasi ang powerful ni Prau, pero again, nakailang beses na kasing mag-try itong mga girls na to eh, so mahirap na. Maraming pondo ang MUT, pero kahit na sabihin mo like 50 or 70 sila, usually meron mga mangilan-ngilan dyan na talagang pwede natin. Alam mo si Amandine, gusto kong makita ulit sa Thailand. Ayan. Sa interview ni Vina, tita, sinabi niya na si Atisa ang expected niya nakahawak kamay. Is it possible that Fatima will step down? Probably not. I mean, kung totoo yung sinasabi nila at ganyan ng levels ng usapan ng tatay, ng kapatid, na nasa petrol company, na nasa energy company, I don't think na pakakawalan nila yan ng ganyan-ganyan lang just because of the backlash. I think kung totoo yung rumors na talagang nilututo para sa kanya, nag-usap-usap na sila na, fine, lulutuin natin to but make sure you're in it for the long haul. So, kung sakaling may ganong usapan, I do not think that Fatima will just give this up just because napuputakte na siya ng bad comments. It's probably not gonna work that way. And it could be true, naiiyak na lang tayo sa corner hanggang sa mapalitan siya. Pero yun nga, no, sobrang garapal talaga, no. Tayo, laban na mag-train ng mga kandidata natin to the point na talagang paiyakin na natin yung mga kandidata natin kapag hindi swak sa taste natin yung galawan ng kandidata nating tamad. O kaya naman yung kandidata natin na hindi na bibihisan ng maayos based on our standards. Tapos ang ending, sila lang pala, mag-aantay lang pala sila ng ilang tumbling, patatapusin lang pala nila yung COVID, tapos may corona na sila for something so mediocre. Yun yung nakakasar doon actually. Pero okay lang because again, sinasabi ko sa inyo, it does not matter kung mediocre yan. Tapos lahat yan sa isang business deal. So, ang nangyari kanina ay isang business deal. Wala tayong kinalaman doon. Kahit siguro kumain ng buhay na manok si Atisa, hindi pa rin siya mananalo doon. Magbigay-pugay tayo sa isang Angelica Lopez na laban na feeling ko mag-MGI na sa susunod. Come on! Hello, Angelica Lopez! Ayan. Very nice. Thank you so much for tuning in. Ayan. May photo si Fatima na kasama si Raul. Hindi ko alam kung totoo yon, mukhang AI lang. Pero kung totoo yon, mag-popcorn na lang tayo. Antayin natin ang mga latiks ang mag-away-away dyan. Tita, nakakaloka. Is it me? Parang iniiwasan magbeso ni Atisa kay Roach. Sana nga iwasan na niya. Parang ang hirap ma-screenshot! Hello, good evening. I just wanted to say thank you for being with us throughout the MU journey of Atisa. Sana naman, na kayo, medyo nahimasmasan na kayo. It was a really fun ride. I absolutely enjoyed covering this, not just because of Atisa, but because hindi one note ang coverage natin. Sometimes we were on a high, other days parang medyo mid, other days parang gusto na natin magtirik ng kandila kasi naka-uniform na naman siya. But I absolutely enjoyed this coverage, guys. This was really very challenging for me because, as you know, I was trying to wrap up a case, and kung hindi ninyo na itatanong, guys, at sasabihin ko na 1,300 plus kayo lahat, I went through mediation with this case. Hopefully, it's going to be fully finished by the 28th because I will be going back to vegan to pay off whatever, to sign off whatever, to to wrap things up, whatever. But what I'm just saying is, when I was given the opportunity to fix this through mediation, I had to do something that I wasn't accustomed to doing. But it was something that I had to do, not because of just wanting to uphold my freedom, but also because may conversations tayo on mental health before, remember? After Eman's passing. And so, one of my motivations talaga was to finish up the case, to wrap up the case, to pay off whatever amount so that I could free myself for the 20, 21, 22, 23 days of our panata. I know it seems irresponsible para unahin yung ganong priority sa buhay. I could have gone all the way to the very end of this cyber libel case. Gone all the way up until next year na ilaban ko to. But at the end of the day, naisip ko, I don't really have to prove myself to anyone. Like, I don't even have to prove kung tama ako doon sa naging banggaan namin. It's not that. I just wanted it done because, as embarrassing as it may sound, I wanted to be super duper available for you sa buong Miss Universe. I hardly go out. I'm very visible on social media. I do not like meeting a lot of people, but this is part of my social calendar. At happy ako na makasama ako with you guys through highs and lows with covering Miss Universe. So, yeah, this was fulfilling for me. At least nakita natin si Atisa na nakatungtong ng Miss Universe, na nalapatan ng Philippines na sash. I think na okay na. It was a really good finish. Nakabalik tayo sa top 5. It could have been something else for us. But I think that this is a win for us nevertheless. Windra tayo sa wardrobe. May mga repetitive na looks, but none of the looks were butt ugly. So, windra tayo dyan. Windra tayo sa kandidata natin. Windra tayo sa styling team, sa creatives. Wala. To a lesser degree, parang laban to ni Catriona for us. Pero at least, okay tayo. May narating itong 20-23 days natin. Hindi man niya nakuha yung corona, pero at least panatag tayo na wala sa atin ang problema. At least panatag tayo na yung koronang yan, hindi pala siya ganun kahirap makuha. Kayang-kaya pala nating kuhain yan. Na political lang tayo. Na political lang si Cote d'Ivoire. Na political lang talaga si Thailand. At ang maganda dyan, hindi lang naman tayo. Medyo tatlo tayong na politika nila. So, yun lang yun. So on this note, guys, maraming salamat sa inyo. I have not been checking my GCash or my PayPal account, but I'm sure meron sa inyong nagbabato dyan. So maraming salamat. I will end our panata here. We initially thought that it was going to move on for like 23 days, but please allow me to free that one day. Kahit na mag-stop na tayo sa 22 days, graduate na kayo, magkaka-jowa na kayo lahat, magkakaroon na kayo ng bagong trabaho, lahat ng mga wini-wish ninyo, sana magkatotoo, whether that's visa, or jowa, or bagong bahay, or new pets, or like whatever, sana nakatulong to sa inyo. I really enjoyed making chika-chika kahit wala naman akong kausap talaga. And I also really enjoyed not sleeping for a little over 20 days because wala, gumagana yung utak ko. I hope that you would still continue to make Silip my styling page. That's Laila Virtual Styling. Kung medyo may sepangs pa kayo because sometimes I pour all of my frustrations on that page. So, maraming salamat at alam ko mamimiss niyo ako, pero di bale, antayin nila lang ako kada Sunday. Palagay ko kada Sunday magkita-kita na tayo sa TikTok niyan. So, sana yung TikTok ko okay na, which di ko akalain masasabi ko kasi I don't like TikTok. Pero sana okay na siya para doon na tayo magchika-chika. Namimiss ko na rin ng YouTube, but definitely mga February baka makabalik na tayo. So, thank you so much. Tita, magla-live pa po ba kayo sa TikTok? Oo, magla-live ako sa TikTok as soon as available yung option sa akin mag-live. Because right now, I'm only given 2 options, which is to post a photo and create a video. Wala pang option sa akin to go on live. So, let's wait a week or probably a few more days. So, alam ko masisepangs kayo. Buti nga sa inyo. Thank you so much, guys. Marami ako natutunan ngayon. Marami ako naging kaaway. At, marami akong kasalanan, apparently, at marami akong, marami tayong viewers, and sad kay 4. Okay. Turks and Caicos, mukhang siya na yung EL Tukuyo natin, at may karapatan siyang magwarla dahil dapat nandun siya sa roster na yon. Okay, sa mga pasok sa panata dyan, it does not matter kung nakakumpleto kayo ng panata, meron kayong baku-bako, taga-silip kayo or team replay, na appreciate ko lahat to. Maraming salamat sa inyo. And, mabuhay ka, Atisa Manalo. Congratulations, Fatima. Wala naman tayong magagawa dyan. So, congratulations. Pero, bala ka na dyan. Hindi na kayo masyado mag-support sa inyo. Next year na lang ulit. Thank you! Kapalaran na nating matulog. Goodbye! May quiz tayo bukas. Okay, bye!